All right, in this video, we're gonna be creating a waste oil burner. All right, so for parts, we have iron pipe, various lengths and angles, have brass, various fittings, and copper. We just need some copper tubing. Electrical, so this is gonna be for the blower. Gonna create some sort of variable speed control for that blower motor. A dimmer switch should work. You know, it's a 120 volt blower fan for a air mattress, so it shouldn't be drawing, you know, 10 amps or whatever. So I'll get something rated for that. And then we have some miscellaneous here. So we need a 55 gallon drum, a wood stove kit for that drum, an exhaust hole kit to be able to cut through my garage to the outside, and then some exhaust pipe, some normal single and double walled exhaust pipe. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but you know, we're gonna end up going back to the hardware store many times for this. That's why I want to create this list.
All right, so I made it back from the store. Instead of getting a 55 gallon drum, or shall I say, in addition to getting a 55 gallon drum, I also picked up this wood stove for 75 bucks. So the kit to make a 55 gallon drum into a wood stove was about 80 bucks. So I picked up this because it'll be better. So the stove itself, pretty big. It's gonna be perfect. And the pipe, so we have some 1-inch pipe, blower, and then some adapters here. So with 3/8 compression fitting, there's gonna be copper pipe going up to the valve, 3/8 to 1/2 to 1-inch adapter going into the T. That will bring the oil down. Then we have this 45 going into this air pump for an air mattress. What I forgot to mention here is the copper pipe is also going to be inside of this till about here. Then we have our valve. So this compression fitting will go here. Then we have our sight glass, our valve, another compression fitting, which will end up going to our bucket, 5 gallon bucket. Excuse the mess. Another thing I made was a dimmer switch speed control for that air pump. Just a dimmer switch hooked with an outlet on some Romex. That's all I had. Didn't want to sacrifice an extension cord. But essentially this is going to get mounted off to the side. That way we can adjust the airflow if needed. Normally you just adjust the amount of oil, but you know, I want to have that as a variable if need be. The most time-consuming part of this so far has been drilling this hole. So I started stepping up between drill bits and then ended up having to go around the whole thing with a little drill bit. And then I finished it up with a Dremel, and I'm super surprised because this thing just threaded right in, and it ain't going nowhere. So I was gonna weld it, but I guess now I don't have to. I can just put the other end inside, and yeah, we're almost done with this. All right, so the pipe's in there, and then I want to show you before I button this up. There's the copper tube running all the way down to like 1/2 inch to the bottom of that pipe. This is going to come up, and it's going to sit something like this. The only problem was I was going to use this reducer and then to a compression fitting, but the copper pipe cannot go all the way through that connector. So we're doing a cap, and then we're just going to drill a 3/8 hole, and this will come up. No biggie. All right, so here's the first fire up. We have a lot of fire coming out of the exhaust there. No pipe yet mounted up. Just kind of tuning it up. It seems like there was too much oil causing it to burn, pretty rich. And then we fixed that with adding the chimney pipe to it, putting some temps up here for you, about 450 at the tip, coming down to about 600 at the base, and then 600 on the stove itself. A little bit of a close-up here. I modified the whole setup to remove the copper pipe inside the larger pipe, since the temperature outside was too cold, the oil couldn't flow properly, and it was running too lean, and then it eventually just went out. So we solved that with the setup you see here. Little to no smoke coming out of the chimney. It's running great. I'm still on the fence if I want to put this unit in my garage. Haven't found a reasonably priced wall kit. Everything's about $50 to $150, $200, so we're still finding something. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna have this converted to a pool heater for the summertime. Run some copper pipe on the inside, maybe a big coil, 1/2 inch, and then in and out of the pool. But if you guys enjoyed this, we're gonna have some updates later on. Make sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment what you think. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks.